Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get into it.
Set to tip off.
He gotta get more subs than that, bro. I like these videos.
San Antonio is back on top once again. The
Spurs
are the 2014 NBA champions. The best team in the NBA resides once again in San Antonio, Texas. The San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions
won
once
4
again.
championships in 9 years. Like, that shit crazy.
Their 4th title in 9 years.
I don't think they're gonna do that no time
soon,
soon,
Spurs,
bro.
Perhaps the new dynasty in sports. 3 titles in 5 years.
For the 3rd time in 5 years, and for the 4th time in their rich history, the San Antonio Spurs have brought the NBA championship to the city of San Antonio. Ball is loose. Al comes out of there with it.
Season recap: 56 wins, 26 losses, 30 in the West.
With the great steal here, comes up with it, but he throws it right to Ginobili, who throws it down emphatically over Yak.
I really don't feel
6 man of the
there's
year.
a lot of difference between a 6
Euro
man
step.
or a starter. Depends on the situation, depends on what the coach
Third team
wants.
All NBA. He could have easily been a starter.
So
19
I just
points.
consider myself a player, a team player.
O'Neal with the help. Takes it to the basket. Duncan, a 3-pointer. Puts it up. It's good. Tim Duncan from 3-point land. Ginobili to the basket. Puts it up. Banks it in.
Sheesh.
Suns, great job by Bruce Bowen. Didn't play a lot, but did a great job defensively on that inbounds pass from Roger Bell to Steve Nash. San Antonio Spurs, surprise, surprise, they advanced by beating the Phoenix Suns.
New Orleans returned to the win column in a big way. Sparked by 38 points from David West, the Hornets captured a 22-point win and put themselves 1 victory away from a spot in the conference finals.
Oh yeah, remember David West? He only got a ring because he was in the Warriors. That's crazy. Like, that only got a ring because he was in the Warriors. No cap, bro.
To win Game 7 as the defending NBA champs now move on. Gregg Popovich and his staff and Tim Duncan, Manu, Ginobili, Tony Parker will all be back next season, but there are no guarantees that this club will stay atop the Western Conference. You know they're going to rebuild around those guys.
With the 26th pick in the 2008 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select
Those some good ass picks. They still in the league.
We're going to play the season to be a better team by the end of the season. That's how Pop always phrases it, how he always does it. However it comes out, hopefully we're in the playoffs and we're in the mix and we have an opportunity to make a run. And we did last year.
To Parker.
55 and 10. What?
Parker with a deuce. Oh, mama. How about that?
You could tell as soon as it left his hands.
San Antonio's Manu Ginobili will also be out of action for a while. The Spurs say the guard will miss 2 to 3 weeks with a stress reaction in his right ankle. He missed the first 12 games of the season following off-season surgery on his left ankle.
Ginobili for the win. No. One more shot. That's good.
That was paid.
What a shot.
We threw a lot of different schemes at them and seemed like they reacted and just outright played better than us.
First round loss
they
since
move on
2000.
and we start to look at next year.
9 years,
So
bro, that's crazy.
such is life, and hopefully we can do a better job coming into next year.
Western Conference, they needed more offensive firepower, and the old trio of Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili was enough. Now you do add another 20-point per game score. You add another athlete as well in Richard Jefferson.
Just the crowding, make him work for his shots.
16 M's.
Don't get no easy looks. Gets a lot of shots and come off a lot of screens. So I just wanted to crowd him and make it tough as possible.
Last season was very disappointing. We lost in the first round. This season is about winning. The last 2 years, we thought we had a chance, and we couldn't finish it. So now it depends on us to perform well and try to get that ring back.
Grizz turn it over. In the midst
Injured
of the
his
fight
hand.
for the ball, Spurs' second leading scorer, Tony Parker,
Damn.
injures his finger with a broken ring finger, could be out for the remainder of the season.
I'm glad he's over. I think the Spurs are too.
He is 39.
A great relationship is going to keep going for a few more years. The Spurs did make
Imagine
a
them
great
getting
effort
paid like they
to
do
keep
now.
me.
That shit would have been crazy.
They really showed me that they wanted me.
Oh, here comes Durant. All the way.
Oh my.
Ginobili, the
Ginobili.
How about the block of the year? San Antonio survived, blowing a 22-point lead and beat Dallas Thursday night 97-87 to wrap up their first-round series. Manu Ginobili led the way for San Antonio with 26 points.
They were swept by the Suns. Goddamn.
Rebound Richardson, and the Phoenix Suns are going to the Western Conference Finals.
And then they lost.
But I want to play 4-5. I know I can.
Tiago splitter.
The floor. I can set good pick and rolls and help on defense a lot. So we will see which is gonna be.
Do you want to stay here? Of course. I say that plenty of times, but nobody's listening to me. You know, they don't care. They just want to create stories. You know, it sells better. I definitely want to stay here. Feel like I'm a Spurs.
Oh yeah, Tony Parker played for the Hornets before he
They're
left.
still a 50-win team.
For no
I
reason.
think they'll continue to
He
pound
could've
the
just
rock in
retired.
San Antonio.
So let me get a quick
I
little
just,
bag
you know, the
before I leave.
defensive slippage is probably the area where Pop's going to concentrate. They've got to get that mentality back. They're going to be a tough team.
Tied at 90. Ginobili, step back.
25 and 3 for the start. God damn.
It's just like anything. I mean, everybody's competitive. Everybody wants to win. So when we're friends off the court, when you get on the court, we want to win. So whatever I got to do to beat you, I'm going to do. I mean, you play hard every game, but against a Duke guy, you definitely don't want to give him nothing. You don't want to give him any reason to brag or any type of daylight.
Shea Battier, the former...
They went 61 and 21. That's a good year.
How about Zach Randolph? I told you no. Now please take that back. That's not quick enough.
You can bet they're wishing luck to a Memphis Grizzlies team that is up and coming. A great performance.
I remember
from
them
Memphis.
blocks.
They win
I remember them
the
blocks for sure.
in 6 games.
Wow.
And they knock off the #1 seed.
The Indiana Pacers trade the draft rights to Kawhi Leonard, the 15th pick, the draft rights to Davis Bertans to the San Antonio Spurs for the contract of George Hill.
That was smart as shit.
Coach Powell wants me to do, I'm going to do. If it's rebound, you know, that's one of my strengths, play defense. I got mid-range shot. I just need to work on my three-point shot, just catch and shoot.
That team looked crazy.
I learned a lot from Coach Popovich and being around, I think, 3 future Hall of Famers in Tony, Manu, and Tim. You know, and I look forward to bringing some of the things I learned forward, you know, with this team.
Boris Diaw has signed with the San Antonio Spurs. The 9th-year forward, who was just bought out by the Charlotte Bobcats right after the NBA trade deadline, will play for the Spurs for the rest of the season.
And, you know, my role in this team is,
And they got Patty.
Said, is,
Yo, they had mad nice people this year. What?
To bench and do exactly the same thing that you've been doing, you know, and that's, you know, being aggressive and, you know, bringing that energy, especially on defense.
Outlook. Birdman took a
Oh.
shot and Duncan throws it down over him. Footwork.
It's lockout
triple
season.
threat. That was the ball. Hit Birdman in the face with the ball and then take that.
Broadcasting. Now at center court, David Robinson
Close of the year.
and Tim Duncan will present the 2011-2012 Red Auerbach Trophy to this year's Coach of the Year, Gregg Popovich.
Gregg Popovich know how to coach
As the
big men.
Spurs open it up here in the fourth. Throughout this series, the bench has been sensational. The San Antonio Spurs sweep the Utah Jazz.
To create quality shots.
Damn, also swept them dudes too. That's tough.
Counted and a foul.
That's tough.
And the lead goes up to 12 with 2:06 remaining. A 24-0 run.
I'm not ready to book the San Antonio Spurs as champions. What I'm trying to say to you is forget the West. They're the favorites to win it all. These dudes, they don't have a weakness. They don't have a weakness.
Kept alive by Ibaka. He's bottled up.
They also led 2-0.
It's a 4-on-2. Parker, Ginobili on the hit fake.
Oh my lord. Somebody not gonna step up?
Ginobili kicks it out. Here is
They
Leonard.
lost 4 straight games. That's
Final
crazy.
seconds. Durant fittingly comes away with the rebound. And that will do it.
Tim Duncan, who declared himself
Damn.
a Spur for life in March, reportedly has followed through on his intentions to remain in San Antonio. The 36-year-old franchise cornerstone has agreed to a 3-year contract to return to the Spurs.
They know how to win.
This team, they have it down.
Their team
Coach
stay crazy
Popovich
good, bro.
Does as well as any coach in the league as far as managing his players, getting them to the playoffs and having them ready to go. If they can stay healthy, they will be right there.
Green slipping, defended by Cephalosha. It's Parker. Good! A cold-blooded game-winning shot by Parker. Down by one, Tim Duncan.
58-24. And one.
2.2 to go. He just managed to squeak that shot off and hits the front of the rim. The Wire kept the margin in double digits for the final 32 minutes. Like we said, the Lakers didn't run high.
No Kobe.
They were running the other
Achilles.
direction. San Antonio sweeps Los Angeles.
Leonard will inbound. Here's Ginobili for three.
That's tough. That's tough. Oh my God.
Parker giving a three, puts it up. It's good. Tony Parker, another three-pointer for San Antonio.
You'd be fine with shooting three-point shots. And at the other end, you see the two Golden State.
We want to get back there, and we've had some really close years where we feel we're right on the verge of.
That's
kinda
crazy
getting
how they
back,
had
and,
that little pause.
It
and
seems like it's
shit.
been forever since we've been here. So everybody's been really focused, really driven, and then Pop's been pushing us all year to try to get back to this point.
Parker on the screen now. Bosch has him. Parker on the drive, nearly lost it, still dribbling. Parker with two to shoot. Just
What?
gets it off in time.
That's
and
crazy.
banks it in. What a shot from Parker. Puts up the three, puts it in. Danny Green does it again. Now has an NBA Finals record for most three-pointers in the history of the Finals.
That shit went away though.
James catches, puts up the three.
That was crazy.
Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer.
I seen that shit live.
Game with 5 seconds remaining. Spurs do not have a timeout.
Was Tim tired? Because you look like you held him out for, you know, at a point where it looked like he was dominating. Could you explain Tim's fatigue? How's he doing?
Tim's no more tired than anybody else.
The San Antonio Spurs had their 5th NBA championship firmly in their grasp.
5-point lead with 28 seconds
Come on,
left.
5 up. Should have been 6 up with 28 seconds left, and they let it slip away.
To find Duncan against the smaller baddie.
I remember that shit.
And then another point-blank miss with a chance to tie. The greatest power forward to ever play. Tough luck.
A heartbreaking ending in what was a marvelous season for the San Antonio Spurs. 2 games right there in the final minutes and the final seconds as Tim Duncan comes up just short for his 5th championship.
Game 7, missing a layup to tie the game, making a bad decision down the stretch, unable to stop the Dwyane and LeBron. Probably game 7 is gonna always haunt me.
Kept going. Then my dream was always to finish my career there. And not only that, but with Tim, with Tony, and with Pop as a coach, it would be a great story.
The Spurs aren't really going to need him to be that guy. They just want him to be the same guy he was with the Bulls last year. Performed well for Tibbs once he earned that trust, and I think Gregg Popovich in a lot of ways.
And I love the fact that none of them would let go of Game 6. That's all they talked about. I told you, I'll never get over it, and I don't think they will either unless they rectify Game 6 in June.
It's to Parker. He's got Manu on the flank. Parker.
They always start off going crazy.
He's just chewing up the open court right there with his speed. And how about the focus and the concentration? Bellinelli off to Parker, inside to Thiago.
Then they had a 19-game winning streak. What the fuck?
Right back, and it ends up to Tim Duncan. I was about to say, somebody
It's like
better shoot that ball.
nobody really watches
Out
the
to
Spurs, but they
Ginobili.
always go crazy. Like
Timmy for the win.
it's just crazy.
Tim Duncan. Oh, go ahead with your bad self, Tim Duncan.
10 months ago, the Spurs lost the NBA Finals in the most heartbreaking way imaginable. The Spurs not only survived, but they thrived, a testament to head coach Gregg Popovich, who today, after a league-best 62-win season, was named the NBA Coach of the Year for the 3rd time in his career.
But the Spurs rebounded and put in their best performance of the series, saved it for the best time. Game 7, a dominant victory for San Antonio as Gregg Popovich and Rick Carlisle spent a great deal of time studying the game, practicing together. A Portland turnover. Look at the
splitting the D. Flushed it.
Oh my goodness. When you got the hammer, you gotta drop it.
We worked 8 months really hard. We had a very successful season, and all we did was to get to this point again, to have another shot. And we're gonna give us last year everything we got to get the trophy again.
The San Antonio Spurs are a better team collectively. They may even be deeper, but with LeBron balling the way he's balling, I'm rolling with the Miami Heat, the three-peat. Miami in 7.
They lost.
Out on the wing to Mills, down into Diao, back to Mills, Mills right under the basket. Out the other side, Ginobili runs right in with an easy layup. Mills, not that time. Leonard on the follow. Kawhi Leonard throws it down. Mills for 3. That's off the rim, no good. Follow slam, Kawhi Leonard.
You showed the world how beautiful this game is. And now, let me present the Larry O'Brien Trophy to this year's NBA champion. Kawhi Leonard, you are the 2014 Bill Russell MVP.
That shit was tough. That shit was dead tough. I can't front, bro. That shit was dead tough. Dead tough.